right? So like my thing is like at that point it's like, no, dude, like you gotta go. Like I gotta ask you to leave. You gotta finish your drinks. And usually, this is people try to make this into a power trip where they'll like drink and take forever to drink their drink and drink this really slow. Yeah. Usually at that point I'm like, okay, dude, I'll be like, you're right, dude. It's all good. It's all good. You know. I'll turn away for a second and make them think that it actually is all good, and they can sit here for as long as they want, finish the drink. And as soon as they look up and take their hand off the drink, I take the glass, take the drink, throw the drink out, set the drink on the bar, and be like, all right, man, you know, now you got to go. Sometimes they'll try to ask you for the money or whatever, but like that usually doesn't go over too well. They usually don't. I've never given anybody money back for tossing their drink out at the end of the night. You know what I mean? It's just like you got to go. I mean, they're going to cuss you out and be a little irritated, and it sucks to have to end the bar that way. But unfortunately, you've got to be able to get everybody out the bar, and not everybody's going to be able to go out smoothly. And unfortunately, no matter how nice you talk to people, when you tell them something they don't want to hear, they're going to buck a little bit. Mm-hmm. You know, they're going to buck. They're going to have an attitude about it oftentimes. So drink checking, in my opinion, is one of the easiest ways to like get them out the bar and not really have to put hands on them, because when they don't have the drink in front of them anymore, it's kind of like, well, why are you here? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like you saying you wanted to finish your drink, you know, but like now you're still here. You know?
Yeah, one time I was kicking everybody out, and right then, because I wasn't at the door, somebody snuck in and was talking to a couple girls, and I noticed them out of the corner of my eye. I looked at them, but I still had to get it. Everybody's still going to get out, so it's like, it's sort of weird that I didn't card that person, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then finally get everybody out, and then somebody comes in and is like, Trevor, somebody's having a real problem out front. And I go outside, and he's trying to get these two girls into a car, and he's yelling at them, and they're just Bambi shock, like, and I was like, what's going on? And he's like, bitch, get in the fucking car. And I don't know if he just got out of prison or like what his deal was, but he was like trying to kidnap them. And so eventually, like, I'm still like trying to get like, what the hell is going on, you know? And then he starts yelling at me, and then I just started hitting him. I was like, oh, I know, I get it.
Yeah.
And then and I fight him up and down the street, just work him over, and bouncing him off with the bouncing his head off of the newspaper racks. And then you know, it's Oakland, so the car stops, and they go to their trunk, and like all the good stuff. And then eventually I go inside, and those girls like totally thanked me later. They were like, oh, I've never had anything like that happen before, and whatever. But then he tried to get people to come back and get me in the bar.
Yeah.
But I had a gun at the bar, so it was kind of like, whatever.
And insurance point off is that no matter what, there's always repercussions. And for me personally, like closing the bar is kind of one of the most nervous points of the night if the bar is full and packed of people. And, you know, like I said, the bartenders have got to stop serving drinks at the right time. You know, I was at a bar that I was working at here in Oakland, and, you know, we had a guy, and he was like really entitled, and he was just like, well, I'm not leaving. I'm just going to sit here and drink my drink forever, and we're going to enjoy our drinks. And I could tell, and I was like, you know, and I was like, look, man, everybody else is out the bar. It's just you. Everybody else is here to work here. We can't start counting the money until you leave. And he's like, well, I'm going to finish my drink. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, right? But I was giving him time. Like, I was working with him, you know. Yeah. You know, but sometimes, you know, the bar back that I was working with, obviously got tired of my patience, right? He got irritated and agitated, you know, with me being patient with the guy, right? So he decided he wanted to do a more authoritative approach, and instead of waiting for the guy to let go of his drink, he goes over and grabs the drink, like when it's right in front of him, right?
And that's like a childhood, like, just
so next thing you know, I look over, and him and the bar back are like fighting for this drink, right? And now my bar back is a really sweet guy, but he's probably about like 5'6", and this guy was about like 6'2". So now I look over again, and I'm like, great, now I'm going to have to get involved in this situation, right? Like, I was like a little irritated at my bar back, because I could have handled it without him getting involved into it, but whatever, such is life, right? I look over, and now he's got the bar back by the scruff of the throat, and they're both fighting, and the glass is like this, right? And I'm like, and he's got the bar back by the throat, and the bar back's going back, and the glass is all over the place, and I'm like, God, you know, I'm thinking like, you know, I'm like, okay, I'm like, hey, dude, hey, guys, hey, just break it up. I try to handle it softly. I know. He doesn't move, right? So I sit up behind him, and I put him in a choke, and I soft choke him, right? So normally when I put people in choke, like a lot of times, I'll lift them up off the ground, and then slam them down so I can like sink the choke in deeper as they fall. Like put my thigh underneath their butt or their hip and pop them up. You know, but he had this.
But because he had the other guy, you could do it nicely because he can't really fight.
Well, and he's got the glass, and I'm worried about like me popping him up too hard and the glass either hitting my bar back or hitting me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So like I bring him down slowly choke him out, you know, don't even choke him out all the way. Then I drag him outside and stuff like that. But this is the kind of incidents that you have to deal with oftentimes in closing, right? Now this guy was like, my throat, right? He's like, you know, so sure enough, we wake up the next day, and guess what? There's a Yelp ad about over aggressive bouncing. What did it say? Unnecessary roughness, right?
Yeah.
Unnecessary roughness.
God, of course, damn Yelp is ruining the business.
Ruining the business, right? So unnecessary roughness. I deserve, and he grabbed me, and this, that, and the other, and so then, of course, the owners of this bar want to come talk to me about it, right? Because not all owners of the bar are awesome like Trevor, because Trevor runs the stances side of the business, right? So they come to me and be like, well, Kewesi, was it absolutely necessary for you to put your hands on him the way that you did? And I was like, dude, he's grabbing the bar back by the throat. I think at that time, that's the time to kind of put hands on the person, right? Like, legally, I'm covered. Now, unfortunately, like you
can't let him kill the employees.
You can't win all situations, right? So people are going to Yelp about you in situations like this, right? Like you yelped about it, and blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I felt like I did what I had to do for the situation.